All right. Today we're going to annotate and solve a fraction word problem. So if you are following along with making these cool, super cool, can't believe it's so cool, flip notes, this is your third page on there, and it is on fraction problems. So just like the other videos, we're going to go through cubes, check to solve it, or annotate it first. So the first part is C, circle the key numbers. Oh, I guess you should probably read the question first. Let's do that first. So on a trip from Edmonton to Saskatoon, Carly drove for 2.5 hours, stopped for gas and lunch, then drove for 2 2/3 of an hour. The total trip took 6 hours. How long did Carly stop for gas and lunch? All right, now that we know the problem, let's do C. All right, circle the key numbers: 2.5 hours, 2 2/3 hours, and 6 hours. Next, underline the question. The trip took 6 hours. How long did Carly stop for gas and lunch? All right, math action word is actually, for B, math action word box, the math action word is total. And if we look over here at all of the action words, total we can see is for addition. I don't think I see it anywhere else. So pretty clearly it's addition. So I'm just going to write the arrow there so I don't forget that we are going to add. The next step is to evaluate. So with this question, we're traveling somewhere. So let's see. I'm trying to find the total. What would be the best bet here? I think to draw a picture. So bear with me. I'm not that great with geography. And I'm going to try and keep my picture relatively small. That's Alberta. Saskatchewan. Edmonton's about here. Saskatoon is about here. This total trip is going to take 6 hours. Sure, I'll show total. That's pretty messy, but it is total 6 hours. And then I know that the first leg of the trip is 2.5 hours. So you probably get to about here. And then this is where you're going to stop. This is how long. We don't know how long they stop for. But you're going to travel. I'm going to grab another color. 2.5 hours is Edmonton to the gas station and lunch. And then 2 2/3 of an hour would be the rest of the trip. All right. Super messy, but I like to visualize it. Okay. And I know that it's a total. So then from there, I know that I'm going to have 2.5 hours plus, I don't know how long the stop is for, plus 2 2/3 hours, all equal to 6 hours. I like to visualize that. So I did this, I stopped, don't know how long. And then I do the rest of my trip. To go along with my evaluate, I am also going to write a number sentence. There's my numbers. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. I'm going to write a number sentence, but it's already there. I don't really like where that is. I can't really work with it. So I'm also going to put it just right here. So now that I have my number sentence, I'm going to solve it. Now the first step is solving. Remember to go back into your old fraction notes so that you can review everything. But my first step is I'm going to make all of these mixed numbers into improper fractions. Okay, so remember when you do this, this is 2. I'm trying to think the best way to write this. 2 times 2 plus 1. So you're going to get 5 over 2 plus something plus 3 times 2 plus 1, 8 over 2. Sorry, not 8 over 3. This is still 6. All right. The next step when I'm adding fractions is to do equivalent fractions. Remember, you can't add them together if the bottoms are different. The denominators have to be the same. So I'm just going to do the work on the side here to find my lowest common denominator and then go from there. My two denominators, 2 and 3, I'm write the multiples, 2, 4, 6. I'll see if that's enough. Do the multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9. The common one is 6. So I need to make both of these into 6. I do that by multiplying by 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Here, 3 times 2 will equal 6. Whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. Here, I need the lowest common denominator to also be 6. Right now it's 1. So I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 6. 1 times 6, 6. And then I'll just rewrite that. So I just rewrote that after doing all that math. Oh, I missed the last part. 36 over 6. Sorry, my side's messy. I'm going to make your guys's better. But that's what we have to work with. Now, I'm just going to rewrite it because it is super messy. So I just rewrote it. I'm going to add these two together so I can get an even better visual. So 15 plus 16. All right, that equals 31. Denominator stays the same. Still trying to figure out what it is over 6 equals 36 over 6. Now I can see very clearly that I'm not looking at the denominators. They're all the same, so I can just ignore it. The answer will be over 6. 31 plus what equals 36? That's right, 5. 31 plus 5 equals 36. Therefore, how long did Carly stop? Well, Carly stopped for 5/6 of an hour. The last step is to check. I'm going to check with a calculator. I'm just going to quickly put everything as a decimal and see if it works. So now my decimals are pretty rough because of all of the repeating decimals, but having that in mind, I should get something close to 6 because that's what the total trip is. So let's just quickly do the rough of it right here. So we're going to do 2.5 because that's 2.5. 5 over 6 is 0.83 repeating, but I'm just going to put 0.83. And 2 2/3 of an hour is 2.6 repeating, but I'm just going to put 2.6. Should get something around 6. 5.93 because of the error with decimals. That is good enough. I'm going to say that is correct. So feel free to print that out and have it as a separate copy or cut it out and paste it and then have this cool book again. All right. Once again, grade 7s, the ways to get better are to practice, practice, practice. Keep your questions coming and stay safe. Peace out.